Yeah, Kevin, maybe we certainly don't want to predict a Will Levis injury, but maybe if he wants to tend to his horses or something one Saturday against the likes of, I don't know, Youngstown State or somebody, then
Right,
one
right,
of these other quarterbacks can step in and
right.
get some reps.
Yeah, and you think about it, you go back to 2019. Kentucky, I say Kentucky went through like every quarterback that was, Terry Wilson got hurt, Sawyer Smith got hurt, and we ended up having to go, with Lynn Bowden, who was a former high school quarterback, moved from wide receiver, and of course that worked out great for everyone. Had just an incredible season. So you don't want to you want to have somebody as that backup who you trust and has full confidence in. So, like I said, that's one of the biggest things I'm looking for Saturday is as the backup quarterback position. And when we're talking about backups, also that running back two behind Chris Rodriguez. You and I talked before, Juton McClain and your guy Cavassier Smoke, kind of right there together for that backup. I want to say backup, but that number two running back with behind Rodriguez, and that's going to be another thing I would be interested in to see who comes out. Behind C-Rod as that second player out of the backfield. Those are the two probably on the offensive side of the ball, probably the two things I'm most, going to pay more attention to. And of course, those are the positions that people, quarterback, running back, that's things people are going to pay attention to. And then to hit on Levis one more time, the wide receiver position, of course, Wandale Robinson, went ahead and declared for the draft, probably going to be a second to third round pick. Who's going to be that guy? Like right now, everyone thinks it's going to be Tavion Robinson, the transfer from Virginia Tech. But then past him, Javon Baker, they have high hopes for, but he's not going to be on campus until the summer, the Alabama transfer. So who's going to be, Levis and Robinson had that great rapport with each other. Who's going to be that guy, going forward? That's another thing to watch. And, Kentucky has a couple of really young guys that Chris Lewis, who's a former 4-star player, wide receiver. People have been talking about him a lot during the spring. And then Dane Key from a local player here and just incoming freshman has been people have been talking about him also. So those are two guys that I'm looking forward to with the wide receiver position. But basically, I'm more interested in seeing the backup, for lack of a better term, who gets those reps, in a spring game. And of course, it's a spring game. We're not going to throw the whole offense out there, for everybody to see what's going on. But that's just something. Those are the things on that side of the ball that I'm most interested to see who fills those positions.
Got Kevin McGuffey on the line from Last Word on College Football, as we typically do when we're talking Kentucky. And the Wildcats headed toward their spring game on Saturday. And Kedron Smith is a defensive back out of Ole Miss who played a lot of football for the Rebels, 224 tackles, 5 interceptions, a really good player there. And he has yet to decide where he's landing, but Kentucky seems to be a main candidate.
Yeah, he's already visited. I'm not sure if he's going to be back here again this weekend for the spring game, but Kentucky, that's one spot where they're kind of hurting is that cornerback position. They lost Yusuf Corker, Cedric Dork transferred. They need guys who can come in and step in right away. And somebody like Smith would be that perfect player, coming from Ole Miss. Obviously he knows SEC football. And I would not be surprised shortly, in the next 2-3 weeks, who knows, to see him, commit to Kentucky. And like I said, and I think, I don't have any names. I could just make up, throw out some names out there in the transfer portal. But I expect Kentucky to go maybe 2 or 3 more guys in that at that position, because they're really kind of short. They have a lot of young guys, and maybe some of those guys can step up. But at this point, I think you maybe look for those upperclassmen who've been through the rigors of the SEC schedule or another conference, and look kind of a plug and play going forward.